We're gonna have an appropriate title song called Force Feed. We don't talk. Did you get a chance to read our propaganda tonight? A little handout, the leaflets. Take a look at this, because it has a lot to do with this next song. It's very pivotal, very important. Come on now. Where's our dispatchers? By God, we had a meeting this morning at 9 o'clock for this, and where were you? The key people, man.
She's so fine.
I'll cut a little slack this time. Again, I thank you.
Now they're hoping to find homosexuality is programmed God bless.
Sing something, baby!
God keep you. I don't want you. Slughog.
Thank you, folks. Listen up. If you're not more of the bands, please move to the front room where they're doing last call now. We ran half an hour over time to bring you the show. And if you didn't play on stage tonight, please leave the room now. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Hi, you going?
Thanks everybody for sticking around.
Christopher, yes, thank you very much. Probably still this week. I'm taking off, Friday. Oh, I love it. Otherwise,